And so the first thing that I'm going to do is, I guess the best thing to do is just to kind of start over. So I've already saved this. Let me save it real. I'm going to save as, and I'll do disintegration, this skill share 2, just so we're working with a new file. Save. And I don't want to get rid of these. I'll keep these here, but I'm going to copy them all. I'm clicking Shift. Okay, as I click, I have Shift held down. I'm going to click the very top, and now I'm going to hit Control G. And now all of those files are in a group. Okay, and we'll just leave those there. Okay, well, we might as well go back here, and we'll get rid of this, delete layer mask. We'll get rid of this, delete layer mask. And I'm going to just start completely from the beginning, even though this really isn't a class on masking and layer doing alpha channels. I'll just do that real quick because this is a very easy image to knock out. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do, and I want to mention something too. When I first did some of these images, I tried to do this particle technique on an image that was on a background, and it just didn't work. There were two things that I did. I did one image that was kind of turned to the side and had more of a, a sideways look at the person, and it didn't work because there's not, unless you start working with more 3D particles, it just doesn't look right. So you want to find an image that's somewhat flat and goes straight on. And that's the, most of the images that you'll see that have this effect are a person looking straight at you, so that when you start applying this effect, it doesn't, it doesn't look weird. It doesn't look like you need to have some sort of three-dimensional space there, if that makes any sense. Okay, so I'm just going to grab our select tool, and I'm going to just go up the side of his face. That's got pretty good. This isn't really a class on selections, so if you don't know that, then take the selections class, or take my Learn Photoshop in 1 hour class, because we go through selections. You know what? This is taking too long. We don't have time for this. I'm just going to do the magic wand tool. And I'm hitting the Shift key so I get that little plus. And yeah, this is going to be much faster because this is a very large image. As you can see on the bottom, this is only the 25%. So Control Z, plus, plus. I'll just do this by hand in a second. Plus, plus, plus. Not too much. Plus. Okay, there we go. Pretty good, not bad. All right, there we go. I'm just hitting down the plus key. I can hit plus here again, plus here. Just trying to select out all this part outside. All right, okay, that's not bad. And now that we've selected the entire outside, I'm just going to hit the layer mask. Of course, everything outside is white, and everything inside is black because we did it backwards. I'm just going to hit Control I, and now we're going to have this guy. And I'm just going to quickly paint in here. I'll fix this later. I'm going to just kind of quickly, we get our flow on. Just kind of paint this guy. Oops. Hitting Control Z whenever I just go back. You guys probably know all this stuff. If you don't know this stuff, then you might want to go to more of like a basic class, because we're going to move very fast with this, and I'm not really going to cover the basics too much. Okay, so I'm going to go in here, I'm going to right click, and I'm going to refine my mask. So let's go through. There we are. Okay, it did an okay job, not a great job. I'm one of these guys who's not ultra impressed with the refine mask tool. So, okay, so I'm going to go in and erase fine tool. There we go. This really has not much, doesn't have a whole lot to do with the actual effects, so I'm not too worried about showing you guys how to do a perfect selection right now. Okay, it's okay. I can fine tune all this later. All right. Let's smooth it, feather it, contrast. Let's just play around with it 1 second. Feather. Okay, it's a little too much feathering. Too much on the feathering. We're going to do the contrast a little bit. All right, that's pretty good. No, it's not. I don't like that. I'm not happy. I don't want to. I was hoping this would be really fast and we could just blow through this part. But the thing, I'm kind of like, I get really annoyed with the hair and making sure that the hair is perfect. But I think we're kind of close. Let me see if we can get that a little better. Okay. All right. Well, that's usable. I'm just going to make a little adjustment with my just drawing directly into the layer mask here. But it'll all work. Actually, you know, the truth is on this side, it really doesn't matter because this is all going to be disintegrated anyway. Okay, so I'm just going to, you know, this little ear part bothers me. Ooh, what the hell was that? Okay, let's just get rid of that. I don't want it to be feathered. And I don't have my tablet here, so instead of drawing, I'm just kind of clicking over and over again and just kind of drawing that out. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. All right, that'll work for us, right? Okay, so on this side, we're basically going to have the disintegration of this guy's face, right? Now, when I was drawing it on the background, when I had like the lake behind him, what I would have to do was basically clone, stamp out the background onto his face and then draw the particle onto him so it looked like it was transparent, and it never quite looked that good. So what we're going to do is, before we start doing anything with particles, we're going to make the area, basically the background over here, of where we're going to put our particles that are flying off of him. And it's very easy to do that. So